Hey, this is Bill, and I thought I would update you in regards to the eTrader and how it has gone since we started running it on the 12th of January. I worked up a spreadsheet here. This is something I put together custom for my analysis. And just a couple pointers. Here you'll see Bitcoin value. This is a variable that will modify the entire gains and profits. You see, it's important to remember that you're accumulating Bitcoin, and because Bitcoin is fluctuating in its value, your US dollar profits are constantly modulating unless you are taking money out of your account every day, moving your Bitcoin to Tether. So in essence, what I'm saying is that you may make a certain amount of Bitcoin in a day, but if Bitcoin drops, your USD profits will be lower the following day. Vice versa, you may accumulate in your trades a certain number of Bitcoin in a day and have a USD value on that. But if that Bitcoin increases $500,000 in value in a day, then that's going to increase your overall holdings if you look at it from US dollars. So just to make that clarification. But here on the spreadsheet, you'll see this is the 14th through the 27th. And you'll see on other videos I've done this, but you'll see that what I did was I separated out buy orders and sell orders, so that now we can take our sell orders and create the profits. So over here you'll see the Bitcoin profit gain on these trades that we're winning, and here's the US dollar gain based on the Bitcoin based back to the value that is set here. So we'll see that. So we started running it on the 12th. However, I think there was one sell order, and then on the 13th, there were buy orders, but no sell orders. I know that they were still adjusting the software at that time. Then here on the 14th, it was a pretty long day, and you'll see there was a profit of 500 US dollars. Then we move into the 15th, and we see again lots of trading was taking place. And we see our profit for the 15th was 770 US dollars. And then here on the 16th, you see there was very little. It made $12. Now remember that during this time, this is when Bitcoin and cryptocurrency started to struggle. Also, we do have continued upgrading of the software, which causes for some fewer trading hours. But you see here on the 17th, again, there was a lot of activity. And here we have the profit for the day in US dollars at 338. We move into the 18th, and again, it's a pretty good day for trading. And we see that come out at $925. Then we go on to the 19th, and you see the 19th was very short, came out with 100. This is, in particular, this is when crypto had really dropped. And so what was happening in these days was really things were just selling off. There was really not a lot of buying. And you can see that between the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st, where there was very little buying and really only things selling off. I think also the software was being upgraded in these days. But anyways, you see 12 here, 55 here. Just one sell on the 22nd, making $32. And then you can see the 23rd starts to get back to trading. And the 24th, here again, healthy day. 25th, 152. 26, 490. And 27, 3 something. And today is actually the 28th, and I think it'll be a day that is a little over the 317 mark here. So you see that that looks really healthy. Down here you can see. Now you do have to remember too, these results are using or starting with 3.5 Bitcoin. So it was a big start, and you can see the profits that it's produced as a result. So here we have the total buy volume over that course of time. It purchased 22 Bitcoin worth of orders and sold 19.5 Bitcoin worth of orders. So based on those days, the 14th to the 27th, with using today's Bitcoin value, it was a gain of almost 0.4 Bitcoin or $4,500. And that is represented here on our chart, and we still have these days to fill in, but you can see I pulled that data over into here on a chart, and then you can see it being charted. So one thing in particular, I keep getting the question, people trying to peg a percentage on this per day. Take a look at that graph. It ain't gonna happen. I mean, look at it. It's very sporadic. It's a marketplace with fluctuations. Bitcoin is fluctuating on one hand. Altcoins are fluctuating on the other hand. And then, of course, the software is buying certain coins, and that coin may drop and not come up for 3, 4, 5 days. So you could be sitting on coins and not actually having sell orders or not utilizing that Bitcoin that was in your account. So from this representation, it's very clear that there is profit, but it's sporadic. And then who knows where it's going to go from here. There's lots of strong signals for 2018 with crypto. Mark Cuban just decided that he would be accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment for his Mavericks games next season. So there's a lot of great stuff happening. But I just wanted to take this to number one, show you how it has performed in Bittrex. Yeah, the low risk settings. And I also wanted to give you this perspective of the dynamic nature of the trading. It's not a static scenario where you can say, I'm trading with 1 Bitcoin and I'm going to get X percent per day. That doesn't happen because it may not use all of your funding in your account. It may not buy it might not buy the sell orders equivalent to your Bitcoin. It may not sell all those orders in the same day. So again, very obvious from this bar graph right here. And but I'm very excited. I love to see the data here, and it's looking really fantastic. I mean, considering this is about 13 days of trading with a very significant devaluation in the market cap, as well as probably at least 1.5 solid days when the software was not making buy orders. So that gives you a little perspective